Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today we're going to review Namco Museum on the Nintendo Switch. Namco Museum, just like previous other iterations of it, is a compilation of various arcade classic hits from Namco. Now on this one, you're getting about 11 games. It's a $30 game, so that's like what? Do the math. About $3 each, almost, a little over $3. Is it worth it? Well, these games are games that you've played countless of times. You get the classics here. Dig Dug, Galaga, Pac-Man. Sure, you've played those all over the place before. But there are also a couple of brand new ones here, such as Splatterhouse, in its uncensored form. All of these games are true to their arcade iterations. You're going to be playing the actual arcade versions of these, and they look great. Everything sounds and just feels great, and along with the Nintendo Switch, you can even play it in portable mode. Now, a really cool thing about this right from the beginning is the overlays that each game can have. Each game has 2 optional overlays that give it that arcadey feel, and a plain gray one, I guess, if you don't want any nonsense on the side, but who would want that? The cool thing about this is that you're actually able to play in vertical mode. There's an option in the option screen to have it play vertically, and if you're playing in tablet portable mode, you put it on a stand, it feels like you're playing a little mini arcade version. Now, touchscreen is not enabled with portable mode. That would have been a little bit cool, but I figured if you're playing in portable mode with it vertical screen, you can't go wrong with the Pro Controller. Now, all the other controllers do work just as great, but this just feels solid, especially when you're playing games like Splatterhouse and Rollin' Thunder and other great classics that are on this Namco Museum. Now, do I really have to go and review each of these games and tell you guys how they play? If you haven't played Pac-Man, you've probably been living under a rock. However, I will say that these are pretty solid ports of the arcade games. And if you're a big fan of leaderboards, there is an online leaderboard for each of these games. You can upload your score and see how you rank among others. I would have liked a little bit more than just 11 games. It seems a little pricey for that. Maybe, you know, Namco Museum Volume 2 will come out with a little bit more releases. But the real star of the show is Pac-Man Versus, which came out on the GameCube in 2003. There is a version on here. Couple of downsides though. There's 2 different modes. If you're going to play with 2 players, you do need a separate switch. You need 2 separate switches in order for one of the persons to play as Pac-Man, and then everybody else that's a ghost has to play on a different one. So good luck finding somebody else that has another Nintendo Switch that wants to play through that. Kind of seems like a missed opportunity. I could see why it would need to play that way, along with the Switch and the TV and dock modes and all of that. But Pac-Man Versus is a very big highlight for me on this game. Even playing it just in 1-player mode, it's a pretty addictive little game. If you can get a couple of people to play with it, that alone is probably almost worth the price of admission, besides all these other games that you've played through the years. Everything plays solid, everything controls okay. I didn't experience any lag. You're not going to really care about frame rate issues when it comes to 1980s, 1990s arcade classic hits. So Namco Museum is as solid as ever. It's just if you're wanting to pay extra for a Nintendo Switch version, which I'm kind of sad that this was only download only. For about $30, I would have expected a physical copy, but what can you do? I give Namco Museum a solid 7 out of 10. Everything plays good, everything plays alright. There's tons of options for each one. There's even challenge modes. Granted, there's only like 1 or 2 challenge modes for each game, but it would have been nice to see a little bit more in way of achievements and trophies. But it's nice that the option's there. It's nice that there's overlay options. It's nice that you can access each game from the pause menu. And overall, it's a must-have for any retro gaming enthusiast library. And well guys, that's it for today's review. Thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.